Hey guys, it's Lord here, back in with another action figure review, and yes, did I mention yes, we are doing this, at least as far as the Decepticons go, because today we're going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe X Transformers Megatron-Armor Skeletor, or as I like to call him, and several people here in the YouTube action figure collecting space like to call him, Skeletron. Why was his name not Skeletron? That just seems so easy, so obvious, and the fine folks over at Mattel who brought us this figure didn't go with that. Very weird. But at any rate, yes, this is Skeletor essentially cosplaying as Megatron. And while this wasn't what we all expected when Mattel announced that Transformers and Masters of the Universe would be crossing over, this is not by any means a bad figure. Far from the worst thing I've looked at on this channel. It's just freaking stupid. But I like it, okay? Sue me. That said, if you want actual transforming Transformers that are based off of Masters of the Universe IP ideas, they are going to be doing a Land Shark and a Wind Raider, I believe, on the Hasbro side of things, unless that was fake news. I don't know. It's post New York Comic-Con when I'm uploading this, pre-New York Comic-Con when I'm recording it, so I can't say here nor there. But if you want some actual Transformers, just wait and you'll get them. But with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Skeletron has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the mini-comic. Spoiler alert, all the Transformers die. That's kind of messed up. Just look at the back. Get the pamphlet. It shows you how to take these figures apart, in case you're stupid. And spoiler alert, there is a Starscream Scareglow. Yeah, that's pretty much why I bought this guy. I'm like, well, if I have one, I should have a couple to go with it. So, that's my justification for spending money, like a dummy. But as far as other accessories go, he has this sword here with the Havoc staff as a hilt, and this little peg here. And what you can do is you can actually take your Skeletron, and there's a couple of pegs on his back, and you can plug this in like that, and it kind of looks like the big, almost looks like a battery cylinder piece on Megatron's back that he's known for having. But it's kind of cool, I guess, right? Still not impressed. Well, we have a Morningstar weapon here, or mace, with a Havoc staff style handle. Now you can of course put this in his hand, or you could pop this out and swap it onto one of the wrists. Now I'm gonna do it on the right side because this hand's a little easier to pull out. That's what she said. With any luck, maybe I'll be able to get this in here. Maybe. It's a pretty snug fit, so don't get your hopes too high. Alright, that's as far as I'm going to go with that. But you can put it in there, and he can have his mace hand. Or you can be smart like me and not do that and not break a toy, because that's way the frick too tight, people. I don't know why they can't just switch to the Masterverse style of pegs, the big, thick, chunky pegs. Then I wouldn't be worried about stuff like that. I guess that weapon would be significantly larger, but really, why aren't these Transformer figures on, like, the Thundercats bodies, the bigger bodies? That's what I'd like to know. I thought we were moving past this typical Origins scale. That said, we do have the Havoc-infused fusion cannon. Now, for some reason, the jaw pops off the skull. I don't know why that is. It doesn't hinge or anything. It just untabs. I don't know if that's supposed to help it plug onto the arm, because you can take this and plug it onto his arm, of course. But I'm going to tell you, it don't stay on very well. And that sucks, but oh well, I suppose. But another thing you can do, you can pull this thing right out. You can turn this. You can put this here. Grab that jaw piece again. I really don't know why this jaw needs to pop off. I don't think that's very necessary, but oh well. But now he can hold this like a staff, but getting that into his little hand there, actually not the hardest thing to do. But there you go. Now he's holding it like a staff. Thankfully that's adjustable. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing I've looked at, okay? I probably didn't sell anybody on this figure that didn't already buy it, but I like it. I like the fact that we got like a silver going on. It looks silver to me. It's very shiny for the armor pieces there. I think it makes it look a little more premium, even though it definitely ain't worth that $35 price tag. But as far as articulation goes, it's standard Origins stuff. He's got the double ball peg in the head, tilt, and all that good stuff. He's got a little bit of wiggle in the jaw, but it doesn't hinge, which kind of sucks. It would have been cool if it did. His shoulders can actually pop up. You can raise that up and lift the arm up, and then it will rotate in here. I'm curious how this is assembled. Can I pull this out? I can. These shoulder pads are simply pegged into the front and back. That's kind of what I thought. Very interesting. So they can hinge like this. Huh. That's very interesting. I did not expect that. I kind of thought the shoulders might have been like your Marvel Legends, where the shoulder pad is connected on the socket and not the shoulder itself. But these are connected to the shoulder, kind of like a lot of Wolverines would be. And then you got this hinged piece on the outside. So that's nifty, I suppose. But of course you can rotate the arm up and rotate it back and forth, no problems. The hinges do help. He does have hinge swivel elbows. These gauntlets don't come off, they're fixed to the arm. He does have swivel hinge wrists. He has a waist twist. Not the tightest thing ever, but not the loosest. Hips, very solid on this guy. Had to pose him a little bit to get him working, but they can kick forward and back, out, back down. Single jointed knee with rotation. He's got a boot cut, and he has a hinge in the foot with a rocker. And peg holes at the bottom of the feet, because they still give him the gosh darn little teeny tiny feet. I don't know what's up with that. I would think having Transformers armor slapped on you, you'd have bigger feet than that, buddy. But at any rate, that is it for Skeletron. Cool on paper, I guess, but yeah, it's goofy, bro. It's freaking goofy. I guess I'll transform, for lack of a better term, this fusion cannon back. What I like to do, I like to cover that little handle part by hiding it in the roof of the mouth on that thing. And we'll plug this in here. does make him a little top heavy. Not gonna lie, but that should be expected. I really wish these weapons had like the 3mm pegs. That way you could use them with actual Transformers. Because imagine frickin' Megatron coming in with this big goat skull on his fusion cannon. That'd be pretty sweet, but oh well. We can dream, can't we? So before I wrap this up, spoiler alert, no, I'm not going to be looking at that Bumblebee Man-at-Arms. I think that one's really stupid. I don't know why they mashed him up with Bumblebee either. Should have been like Ironhide, or I've heard Wheeljack, Ratchet, someone like that. Bumblebee should have been mashed up with Orko. I think that's a little bit more befitting, but what do I know? I don't make toys. I just buy them and complain about them on the internet. Bringing in our 2 regulars, we have the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith, because this is the only one of these I have, and it's kind of stupid and pointless comparing him to other Origins fare. We also have the infamous 11 Spawn, who as usual towers over everyone because, well, you know, he's not a 5.5-inch figure now, is he? That said, is it like the year of getting Skeletor as other 80s supervillains? Like, we got Skeleshredder, we got Skelera, and now we got Skeletron. Are we gonna get Skelecommander next? Like some kind of weird G.I. Joe amalgamation? Or possibly even a... I don't know, what's another one that you could throw in there? Like a Skeleluthor, Skelejoker, or like a Skele Goblin, Skeleskull, a Red Skull, Green Goblin. I don't know. But with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and is this what we all expected when Mattel announced that Masters of the Universe was going to be crossing over with Transformers? No. That said, is this a bad figure? Actually, no. No, it's not. Other than the Havoc-infused fusion cannon not being very secure on his arm there, I don't have any issues with this figure. Yeah, the mace is a little tight to get into the wrist port, but hairdryer action fixes that. You could store the sword on his back, and if you don't want to use the mace weapon in the hand port, well, then you can just plug it onto the handle and have him hold it like a regular mace. And if the fusion cannon, Havoc-infused fusion cannon, I should say, gets on your nerves like it does me, he can actually hold it like a Havoc staff, which is probably what I'm going to do with mine so it doesn't fall off repeatedly and drive me bat crap crazy. So, yes, while this isn't what we all expected when this announcement was made, I don't think this is a bad figure at all. Is it worth the dang near $35 price tag? Absolutely not. But I will say the silver, at least I think it's silver. It looks silver to me. It's very shiny. Makes it look a little bit more premium than like a matte gray that we're used to seeing with old Megatron. So I think that makes it look a little bit more than your typical Origins figure, but at the end of the day, it's goofy, it's silly, it's gosh darn ridiculous, but I like it. It's alright. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.